Today on WBLN News, our seniors experience the spiritual exercises, our Belen family battles like a Wolverine, a tragic synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh, and our Belen varsity football team become district champs once again. All this and more coming up right now.
Morning, Belen. I'm Danny Esteban.
And I'm Mario Fernandez, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for October 30th, 2018.
Last week, several seniors attended the spiritual exercises in West Palm Beach, where they experienced 3 days of silence and self-reflection. The exercises began on Wednesday and included lots of journaling and speaking with God. This concluded on Friday when the students returned home from the spiritual voyage. Senior Waldo Toyo said, "This was a great experience being able to connect myself and the Holy Spirit. I would recommend it to anyone who is seeking hope."
Saturday, the Belen community took place in the 7th annual Battle Like a Wolverine 5K. It was a great turnout with many in attendance. The 5K benefits for breast cancer awareness and research. The 5K began at De La Cruz Stadium, going all around Belen community, including back at De La Cruz.
So, it took a lot of months to prepare for the Battle Like a Wolverine. It's our 7th annual 5K, and it took a lot of coordination and logistics. Mrs. Toledo and her husband were critical in putting together the race with Mr. Cruz as well. But more than that, it took over 100 people really out here, spending their time, dedicating their energy to putting the course together, making sure everyone walked out of here with water and Gatorade, stayed hydrated, whether you were manning the first aid booth, passing out the goodie bags, telling people which direction to run. Everyone had a role, so it was a great event. Thank you so much. Together we raised over $10,000 that'll go towards funding free mammograms for those who need it.
Rock the 70s took place last Friday. Students dressed in their 70s themed clothes, followed by a concert. Hope all had fun.
Saturday, the class of 2023 came together with the men that shaped them, their fathers. This day began with a celebratory mass for all the students and their fathers. They participated in games such as basketball, kickball, football, trivia, and many other activities. This tradition has been going on since the 1970s and is an experience every Belen student remembers. Father Sunday concluded with lunch and a prayer for the students and their families. Moving on to national news, the man suspected of sending 14 pipe bombs to prominent Democrats around the country was formally charged in court Monday. Cesar Sayac's initial hearing took place in Florida's federal court. He was arrested Friday right here in South Florida after investigators said they identified him through evidence. Sayac was seen crying in the courtroom before the hearing began. Prosecutors said they want to keep him behind bars without bond. A detention hearing is scheduled in 2 days to reach the final verdict. Sayac is being prosecuted in New York, so his Florida hearings will likely be brief and process-oriented. Authorities say Sayac faces more than 50 years in prison if convicted on all charges related to pipe bombs sent to political figures across the country. Enrique Sori is here with us to tell us the latest on the tragic shooting in a synagogue in Pittsburgh. How are you doing, Enrique?
Good, and you guys? There were parents, grandparents, brothers, husbands, and wives. The one thing they all had in common was their Jewish faith. That is what brought them to the Tree of Life Synagogue Saturday morning, where they lost their lives in the deadliest attack on Jews in American history.
Squirrel Hill is not just a Jewish community, there's a diversity here. Everyone in the surrounding community is embracing each other. Pittsburgh as a whole is unifying.
That message of unity and support is one that has been echoed many times throughout the weekend. Ever since 11 people were shot and killed during a Shabbat service at the Tree of Life Synagogue. One of the rabbis leading his congregation at the synagogue Saturday morning told CNN about the moment he realized he heard gunfire and how he tried to save as many of his members as he could.
I quickly tried to usher them up to the front, out some doors in the front, towards exits or towards a closet, someplace that they could hide, someplace safe. I turned back to see if I could help the remaining 8 people in the back of my congregation. At that time, I could hear the gunfire getting louder. It was no longer safe for me to be there, and I had to leave them. There was nothing I could do.
7 people from his congregation were among those killed. The alleged shooter will make his first court appearance Monday. He faces 29 federal charges, and the U.S. Attorney in Pittsburgh says he will seek the death penalty.
We are a tree of life, and as I've said before to many, you can cut off some branches from our tree, but Tree of Life has been in Pittsburgh for 154 years. We're not going anywhere. We will rebuild, and we will be back stronger and better than ever. I will not let hate close down my building.
For WBLN, I'm Enrique Soria.
Thank you, Enrique. For some Catholic investors, it's no longer good to do no harm. They want their money to help the world's poorest, and they've got the backing of Pope Francis. While Catholic investment funds have traditionally avoided businesses that are inconsistent with church teachings, there's a growing movement towards impact investments that actively deliver a social good. Since 2014, the Vatican has held 3 conferences that were aimed at helping Catholic institutions understand how private capital can help the poor. One was held recently in June. At the inaugural conference, Pope Francis called markets to serve the interests of people and the common good of humanity. His endorsement generated momentum across the faith towards impact investing. According to Beth Collins, Managing Director of Impact Investing at Catholic Relief Services, the humanitarian agency helped organize the Vatican conferences, and Collins said that CRS has put around $4 million of its own funds into impact investments. We now move to Ryan De La Rosa, who's standing by to give us the latest on Lion Air Flight 610.
Thanks, Mario. Rescuers are still searching after Flight JT-610, carrying 189 people, crashed off the coast of Jakarta. Rescuers are searching the near sea of Jakarta, Indonesia, after a passenger plane crashed minutes after takeoff Monday. Lion Air Flight JT-610 was on a short flight from Jakarta, Pangal, when it disappeared from radar. The plane was carrying 189 people, including a child and 2 infants. Debris including life vests and a cell phone has been found in the Java Sea about 30 miles northeast of Jakarta. Authorities have recovered 6 bodies from the water. The agency that oversees air traffic navigation said that the flight made a request to air traffic control to return to base about 12 miles out from takeoff, but did not indicate there was any emergency.
Hey guys, here's your scoop for today. This past weekend, the Belen Jesuit Speech and Debate team competed at the 35th Annual University of Florida Speech and Debate Tournament hosted by the Blue Key Speakers Bureau. The team brings together over 200 schools from all over the state of Florida and as far away as New York State. The tournament allows a team to really compete against a diverse group of competition, as well as really be able to determine how they rank this season within the state of Florida. The team competed in 5 different main events and was successful in advancing students to elimination rounds in each of the 5 events. The Ignatian Center for the Arts is proud to present the award-winning musical 1776, premiering Friday, November 30th at 7:30 p.m. in the Roca Theater. General admission tickets are $17 pre-sale or $20 a day of the show. Pre-sale tickets may be purchased at belenjesuit.org/Roca Theater. For more information, contact the ICA office. French Week will begin next week, November 5th through November 9th. The crepe sale benefiting the Haitian hurricane victims will take place on Thursday, November 8th after school. Pre-sale has begun in the campus store. The price is $10 and includes a water bottle. Here's who's meeting up after school. The History Club is meeting in room I-103 at 3 o'clock. The Computer Science Club is meeting at 3:15. Archery Club is meeting at 3:30 at the Lil Abner Foundation. Student Council is meeting at 7 p.m. in the library. Key Club is meeting on Thursday at 3:30 in the Cosquihuela Hall. Now stay with us as we bring you weather and sports after these messages.
To all you juniors out there, we have a special invitation for you. If you want to know yourself, your brothers, and the Lord better, come to Junior Encounter.
To what? Hi, we would like to invite you to think about what's really going on in your life, and you might just find something new, something true, something you never had the time to consider. This is way bigger than just a retreat. All your doubts, hopes, and dreams, everything in between, this is your entire life, bro. Take a time out, bro. Time to find out what God has in mind for your whole life, bro. I mean, oh my, whoa, no more bomber. God gonna drop the bomb on you with a true encounter with yourself. your brothers in the Lord. I invite you, come aboard. It's that true encounter with yourself, your brothers and the Lord. I invite you, come aboard. It's that true encounter with yourself, your brothers and the Lord. I invite you, come aboard. If you want to know God, your brothers, and yourself better, come to Junior Encounter.
Good morning, Belen. Here's your weather for today. Today we're going to be seeing a high of 84 degrees with a 0% chance of rain and sunny skies. Later on tonight we're going to be seeing a high of 70 degrees with a 20% chance of rain and clear skies. Looking on throughout the week, we're going to be seeing highs in the mid-80s pretty much all throughout, with Wednesday with some spectacular weather for Halloween. It's off your weather, now to sports.
What's up, Belen? Here are your sports for today. The varsity football team took on the Southwest Eagles last Friday. Your Wolverines won by a score of 56-20. Leading the Wolverines was Don Chaney with over 280 rushing yards and breaking the school record with an 89-yard run. The Wolverines clinched their 5th district title in a row. Congrats to them. The Belen Jesuit Middle School swimming team had its last meet of the 2018 season. The boys did an amazing job winning 3rd place per team. Congrats on a great season. The middle school cross-country team finished in 2nd place at the state championship in a field of 47 teams from around the state. The team was led by Joshua Ruiz. He was followed by Evan Torres, Joey Diaz-Quintero, Joseph Ruiz, Roberto Leon, Carlos Corzo, Diego Magarino, and Luis Docedes. The trials for the freshman junior varsity basketball team will be held Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the gym. Your Miami Heat fell last night 123 to 113 to the Sacramento Kings. Josh Richardson led the team with 31 points. They play next, the Hornets, tonight. Tip-off at 7 p.m. On Monday Night Football, the Pats played the Bills at Buffalo. Leading past the Bills was Tom Brady with 324 yards in the air. The Bills fall to 2-6 as the Pats improved to 6-2, still leading the AFC East. In Game 5 of the World Series, the Red Sox closed out the series, kicking off the game with a 2-run home run and never looking back, winning 5-1 and clinching the World Series championship status. It's their 9th World Series championship status since the merger. That's all for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Pinto. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's all our news for today. I'm Danny Esteban.
And I'm Mario Fernandez. And from everyone here at WBLN, have a wonderful day and stay gold, Wolverines.